today we will be installing Ubuntu Server from beginning to end. This is a bit different to the other one I've done before. This is the one that's non-LTS, so you get normal updates as it goes. This video is part of my How to Linux series. If you're new here, I'm Toby and welcome to your retreat. So, the first step is going to be going to the Ubuntu website. Firstly, we're going to go to the Ubuntu website, get Ubuntu. Then we're going to go Products, Server. So, this is the front page about it, but I can move on to download. The main difference between these two is updates. I've done a video on this one already, so if you'd like to see that, link in the description. This is one we're going to be looking at today. So first of all, you're going to download it. It's around 2 GB in size, so it took a bit of time depending on how quick your internet is. We're also going to need to download an application called Boolean Etcher, download Etcher and install that. Once you've done that, you're going to want to run Etcher and plug in a 4 GB or bigger USB drive. I'm going to go flash from file, double click, I'm going to do the target and I'm going to choose my drive. I'm also going to click flash. It's then going to give you a Windows prompt, so you've got to click yes to, which I've done, and then it starts flashing. So it could take a bit of time depending on the speed of your drive, so what I'll do is I'll come back once it's finished flashing. So now it's finished flashing and validating, we can move on to the next step. You're going to need a desktop, a keyboard, a mouse, Ethernet connection and a monitor to start installing. I'm going to set that up now. Don't forget to eject your USB safely. I'm going to go set up the desktop that I need and I'll be right back with you. So now I've set up the desktop, what I'm going to do is turn on the computer. What you're going to need to do first is plug in the USB and find out what the boot key is for your computer. So for me it's escape, but you can search up your computer and get into the boot menu so you can choose the boot order. So I've now turned on that computer and while it boots, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click escape because I know that's how to pause it. So for me I would have searched up HP Elite Desk, how to get to the start menu, and it will be escape. Then we're going to go to the boot menu and choose the SanDisk Cruiser, which is my USB drive. And now I'm going to wait for that to boot. So there we go, try or install Ubuntu Server is the one you're going to want to choose. So now we're loading the installer from the USB that we just flashed, and then we can install it onto the computer. So we're going to walk through a few prompts, and then what we'll do is we'll get logged in and get it all updated, ready for you to start installing all the bits you need. So this one here is Ubuntu Server 24.10. So if you want the 24.04.1 LTS install, then what you're going to need to do is go watch my other video, which should be out at the moment and linked into the description. So yes, this is Ubuntu 24.10 Ubuntu Server installation. So what we're doing is waiting for it to all install and connect to the internet. So first of all, we're going to choose your language. I'm English UK, that's the one I'm going to choose. And then I'm going to choose the layout, which is English UK, and click done. So first of all, you've got a choice. Do you want the full installation or the minimise? Personally, I'm going to do the full because it's not much bigger. But if you do, what you do is you're going to sit on the done. So if you use the up arrows, you can then go on to the one you like and click X, or not X, click the space button. So I'm going to go Ubuntu Server, and also I'm going to install the third-party drivers, just in case there are any to help it run smoother. Remember, if you go onto it, click space, when the X is there, it means it's going to do it. Click enter, and now it's just got an IP, so I'm going to click the yes again to do that, and the proxy. So if you do have a proxy here, do enter it, but I don't, so you can just continue. And now what it's doing is it's talking to its servers where it's going to update and download everything from, and saying, can I talk to you? Because if you're in a business it may be blocked, so you may need to unblock certain things. But as you can see, it's being tested. You can skip this if you don't have the internet. As you can see, mine have all passed. You can also change the mirror address as well. There you go. So now it's asking me where we're going to install. So personally, I've got a 1 TB SSD from Lexar and a local disk of 160 gig from Intel. So I'm going to choose that one to install it on because I want my other drive to be used for something else. And I'm just going to leave it like that and go down to done. So now it's basically telling me here what we're going to do, and if I click done, it's basically saying anything on this drive is now going to be reset. I'm going to click continue, but if you need to back up anything on there, please do it because now it's gone. They're going to stop. The computer's going to reset. So what I'm going to call is I'm going to call this HP Ubuntu Server, and I'm going to, oh no, I put it in the wrong box. So the first one you're going to put is your name. So I'm going to put Ubuntu Server in the second box. And then I'm going to go up here and put my name, so it's going to be Digital Retreat. And then the username for the computer is going to be Digital. Sorry about the keyword, it's not very great. So I'm going to put in a password, really super strong password, and then I'm going to go down to done, and that's done. So I'm personally going to install SSH Server so I can talk to it, because this is going to be a headless install. It's going to go in the server rack and be done. So I'm going to click X on that, and you can import some SSHs, but I'm just going to use username and password personally. SSH is basically meaning I can use my Mac Mini or my desktop to talk to it over the network. So now we're going to do that. It's now looking for third-party drivers. So I'll give that a second. It's just checking if it's got any available. So it's checking. So all the third-party drivers will do is maybe make the computer run quicker. Not all computers are going to have all the third-party drivers that you may need. Like some of them won't be supported. But we'll wait for this to load. We'll give it a couple of seconds just to load now. So as you can see, no third-party drivers were found. They might be quicker for you, but if there are any, then please, if you would like to install them, you can. So here we are. We're now looking at popular bits that you can add onto a computer. So say I wanted to install Nextcloud, I'd go up to it and click the spacebar, and when it's gone asterisk, that's what you're going to install. Personally, I'm not going to install any. I'm just going to go down to done, because I'm going to install everything afterwards. If you'd like a video on Docker installations and bits like that afterwards, do let me know in the comments. So now it's installing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait for this to get installed. So I'm going to show you this is the bit here, and periodically I'll switch to the full log just to show you what it's doing, because it's probably going to be, there you go, it's setting up all the images. But I'll leave you now, and I'll leave this to run, and I will see you once it's all done to move on to the last step. So now the installation is complete, I'm going to click close. There's the other small log, and click reboot now. So now it's going to reboot, and it's going to ask me to remove the USB. So it can't do it itself. So what it's doing is it asks me to remove the installation medium. So I've pulled out the USB and clicked enter. So now what it's going to do is it's going to reboot. So now it's rebooting. We can now wait for it to load up. So now it's just booting up, it's getting an IP address, logging onto the internet. And what we're going to do is, once we're all logged in for the first time, so I'm going to put digital as my username and my password, which is super secure. First thing I'm going to do is quickly, this keyboard isn't very good, so I may have typed it. There you go, so we're in. First thing we're going to do is sudo apt update, which basically means giving us privileges to update to find new packages. Add the password in again, and then once it's done that, we're going to do sudo apt upgrade, which is actually going to do the updates -y, which means any update is just going to automatically install, so I can go and leave it to do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this update, and then I'm going to do sudo shutdown -r now, which means it's going to reboot and log back in. And then once we're all logged back in, it's all done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this to do it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So once you're in, you can start downloading your own bits. Thank you for watching the video. I do appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. If you do have any other videos you'd like me to do, please do let me know in the comments. Thank you for visiting the base, the digital retreat today. And if you'd like to come back, then go look at any other channels on my page. This is one of my early videos, so I am still learning. But yeah. Thank you for this, and if you want any more videos, leave them in the description, the comments down below. Thank you again for watching. You've been at the retreat. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.